He's talking to a young lady, saying these things that I can't say in
Sexual
court.
things.
Yes.
You say your 6-week-old baby has 3 potential fathers.
I didn't want him
But
to know.
It doesn't matter.
Excuse me, I didn't even want.
You have to
I didn't
call
even
me
want
to let
Mr.
me
Morton to
know.
know.
See, that's why I be, I be hearing this saying, man, these people be having relationships at home and having relationships at work. Today's episode is obviously somebody who got complete trains ran on her at work. And let's see what's going on with them, man. This is crazy, man.
Please be seated.
Okay.
Hello, Your Honor.
Hello.
The case of Prowl versus Morton.
Thank you, Jerome.
You're welcome.
Good day, everyone. Ms. Prowl, now you're asking the court to award you $475 in back child care expenses.
Yes, Your Honor.
Should one of 3 men be
Whoa.
identified as your baby's biological father?
Yes, Your Honor.
You say your 6-week-old baby has 3 potential fathers,
Yes, Your Honor.
including the defendant, Mr. Morton.
Yes, Your Honor.
Oh.
All of these men.
Hold on. So she was sleeping with 4 different dudes? Oh my God, man. I thought it was just 3 people in total. I didn't know it was just 3 additional. This is wild. That's like you complete laps and then your trainer say you got 3 more laps. Like, bro, this is wild.
Have been tested and we will hear from them shortly. Now, Mr. Morton, you say that the endless list of men Ms. Prowl has slept with has led you all here to paternity court. You believe it'll be proven today that you are not her baby's biological father.
Yeah, of course.
What upsets you most about this situation?
Well, in this situation, I was under the impression that was, me and her pretty much against the world. I've come to find out that she slept around with one guy, then another guy. I'm just perplexed about the situation. I don't know who the father is of this child. This is why I'm here.
Let me first hear how you met and how did you all get in a relationship?
We worked at a sandwich shop together. She was there about maybe a month or 2 before I started working there. So when I got in, she invited me to kind of go ice skating. Now, needless to say, come to the day that we were supposed to go ice skating, we didn't make it to the ice rink. She pretty much came back straight to my place. I don't need to go any further from there.
All right. So, Ms. Prowl, you started a relationship with Mr. Morton.
Yes.
And going pretty well?
Yes, the relationship was going wonderful in the beginning. Now, a couple of months in, I'm finding out there's another woman.
What evidence do you have of that?
On his Twitter account, he's talking to a young lady, saying these things that I can't say in.
Things.
Yes, and he's supposed to be with me.
That's not true at all.
Excuse me. We're going back and forth about it. I go through his phone. You're not supposed to go through my phone. That's not something you do.
Because that's my phone.
If
What do
that's
you
not
mean?
something I do, what right do I have?
When do I go through your phone?
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, I don't do that
didn't start
stuff.
cheating on
I don't got
you
time for that.
until after. You cheated on me first.
How did you find out she was cheating, Mr. Morton?
One incident in particular, actually, I worked at a sandwich shop. We were running low on bread that day. There was another location near where I worked at where I was sent to get more bread.
All right.
So I go into the sandwich shop. The guy, I think his name is Mr. Gattis. He was going to hand me the bag of bread. Before he did so, he asked me, was I involved with Miss Prowl? Now, I told him yes. We had a little thing going on at the time. It wasn't very, very serious. Well, he was like, well, I
But
hope
you're
you
listening
don't.
to other people, though. You're listening
I
to
hope
other
you don't
people.
get too serious with her
He doesn't,
because
Your Honor,
I have
he doesn't
already
even know
slept
this
with
person.
her.
He doesn't. Someone else just comes up to him, and I'm not going to lie, it is true. But what if he would have said some other things?
What?
If he would have said some other things?
That's
What he
delusional.
said was true.
So what was the problem with other things that he said? If it was true, then let him continuously tell the truth, right? You just didn't want him to know. That's what it sounded like.
Proving my point right. I should have listened
Were
to him,
you
which I did.
cheating with Mr. Gaddis or not?
Yes, I was, Your Honor.
All right. Do you also believe he could potentially be your
He the
child's
father.
father?
Yes, I do,
Yeah, he
Your
the
Honor.
father. 100%. He the
Mr.
father.
Gaddis was not able to appear today, but he did offer a video statement.
Sex was great, obviously.
Damn!
We ended up hooking up again after that. And seeing her walking around that job, made the chemistry better. She looked real good in a little outfit. Didn't know she was in a relationship. She lied to me, obviously. I don't think I'm a father, because we only messed around a few times. I didn't hear from her for months after that.
Dang!
I didn't know she was pregnant until Desmond told me in passing.
Dang!
Wow.
Wow.
Dang!
So he's also been tested, and we're going to have those results revealed later on as well. But tell me, Ms. Prowl, a little bit about your relationship with Mr. Gaddis.
Well, Your Honor, there's really no relationship. We met at a party. I was drinking hard liquor. We were talking, just chit-chatting, nothing serious. And we went in the back and had sex, of course. There is no relationship because
having it like at work, that's some kicky stuff. That sounds like some stuff I want to be a part of. You know what I'm saying? Just to say I done did it before. But dang, unprotected and you ain't let him pull out. That's crazy.
things for Desmond, and I still wanted to try to work it out, but that was more of a one-time thing.
So it's okay for for you to do that, right?
Please do not cut
So
me off
how are you
because,
trying to,
because you're
how
the
are you trying to
person-
justify
Miss
these
Prowl,
actions?
when you want to make a relationship work, having sex in the bathroom at a party is not really the way to do it.
And
Yeah.
that's what I told her.
Yeah, that's not the way at all.
I thought that was obvious.
So this Mr. Gattis thing was just, like you said, a one-time thing, but it was
Yes, Your
during the
Honor.
time of conception, and
Yes,
so
Your
he could
Honor.
possibly be your child's father.
Yes, Your Honor.
So there's also a third person.
Yes, Your Honor.
Who is that, and how did that come to pass?
Mr. Lowry, we also met, and I do want to say for the record, I'm very remorseful for what I did because that was totally out of spite. That's what it was. I did it because I found out he was messing around
now
with
you're
someone
immature.
else. Excuse me. So I said, okay, you know, you didn't put a ring on my finger. You want to go talk to other people? Fine, I can do the same thing. So that's what I did, and I do feel terrible about the decisions I made because 2 wrongs don't make a right. It doesn't make it
You
right for me to go
recognize
do
that
it.
this is 3 wrongs, though.
Yes,
Right.
Your Honor.
He did wrong, but then you got him back, Mr.
Bye.
Gattis,
Yes, Your Honor.
Threefold.
and then Mr. Lowry.
Yes,
so
Your Honor.
wrong.
Yeah, for real though. That's crazy.
Jerome, I think it's time we meet Mr. Lowry. Please bring him into the courtroom.
Ooh.
So pretty much me and Mr. Lowry, we were both on trash duty at the job.
He
one
finna say
day.
something to her.
Okay, you know, and at one point in time, he seen that me and Miss Prowl had been involved. So he let me know that at one point in time that they met, you know, they slept together more
Right.
than once actually.
All right, so Mr. Lowry, thank you for being here. What do you have to add to this? You were intimate with Ms. Prowl.
She got a type. She definitely got a type, y'all. All of them dudes look alike with a different hairstyle and different type of beard. She
You
had a type.
understand that you could potentially be her child father as well.
Yes, but my problem with this is if you knew we had sex more than once, why wasn't I hit up for this? Like, why weren't I called?
Right.
Can I say something, Your Honor?
I'm talking now.
Can I say something, Your Honor?
No calls, no texts, because I switched jobs. How we met at a party. We drinking,
she
we
a
go
party
back in the room. Of course, what happens? Teenagers. After all this goes down, you know, we go back to work. I'm thinking of it like, okay, she works, we work together, we live close by each other. It's cool,
Right,
you know,
right.
casual.
All right, so
Right.
wait a minute. So you were sleeping with 3 co-workers from the sandwich shop.
Yes, Your Honor.
You contacted 2 of them to say you were pregnant, but you never contacted him.
Yes.
Wow. So she just been getting, she was the sandwich that was actually getting made. Man, the mayo stuffed sandwich, she was the one that was the sandwich at the shop, literally.
Your Honor, but I do not want him to be my child's father.
Well,
What do you mean?
And possibly
You let
to
him
be
smash.
a father.
No one is talking to you.
Wow.
I didn't know you could pick.
Let me make something clear. If you having sex at the back of parties,
He the father
in the
for sure.
bathroom, unprotected, with everybody in the sandwich shop, you're not gonna know who your child's father is.
Your
What if
Honor,
none
can
of
I
them the
show
father?
you how everything folds, how
Please
everybody
enlighten
is.
me.
Okay. I slept with Mr. Morton during our relationship sometime on the 17th, and I slept with him again on the 28th.
Okay, move on.
I'm on the red. When I slept with Mr. Gattis at a party, it was around the 19th, and then
Dang.
again on the 22nd.
So she was getting raw dogged by everybody. Like, this is just like a meat fest. They were selling some meat at that sandwich shop, all right?
Mr. Lowry, which was a terrible mistake, was the 24th as well as a party, and then again at the 26th.
So dude must have not been giving her that Dino. He couldn't have been throwing it down because there's no way that she feels how she feels if you was putting down that work, bro. It's no way possible because she shouldn't have been having all of this time to get the work. I mean, she was at work getting work put on her, getting some meat. So she smashed all of these meats, and in the midst of that, y'all were dating. That's crazy. It just had to been bad. I could just only, man.
These dates are a little closer
So
than
they're a lot closer in the date of conception.
Miss
So that's how
Prowl,
everybody is.
They
I can go
are
back.
all right in the time of conception.
I don't know.
So when Ethan was born, any of the men with you in the hospital?
Mr. Morton was in the hospital with me during the process of me giving birth. However, after me giving birth and they moved me to my stable room,
Okay.
he left and didn't come back. He took off work. Why would you take off work and leave me? Why would you do that? Where
you
did you
sign
go?
the birth certificate, Mr. Morton?
No, he
No,
did
ma'am.
not, Your Honor.
And why didn't you sign it?
because I would have been a fool if I've done it and without knowing that it's really my child.
At the time Ethan was born, were you aware? I mean, I know you had conversations with these men, but were you aware of any other potential men she could have slept with?
Pretty much she has a reputation. Like, look at that. Like, look, 2 weeks apart, couple days apart. Like, really, you busy woman in that month.
So, Ms. Prowl, have any of these men, they been helping you? Has
No,
anybody
Your
been
Honor,
a part
no.
of the
And-
child's life?
No, Your
If
Honor.
I didn't get a call about a child to begin with.
And why didn't you call him?
How
Because
can we
I
help
did
if we
not
don't
want
hear about
him
the
to be
kid?
the father. I didn't want him
But
to
Miss
know.
It
I
doesn't
didn't
matter.
even-
That's
Excuse me,
my
I didn't
kid.
even
You
want.
used to
I didn't
call
even
me
want
to let
Miss
me
Morton
know.
to know.
This is what
I don't care us to be together. It's not like I even like you like that, but if that's my kid, you still
Right.
supposed to let me know.
Are you good with this?
It doesn't matter.
No.
Yes, I am.
No,
What do you
you're not.
mean? How would you know? I have
Wow.
2 nephews.
So how do you
They
change
both
a
love
diaper?
me.
How do you change
Hold
a
on
diaper?
one second. Hold on. Now you got a young man that's passionate about knowing
Your
whether
Honor.
he fathered a child. No. You gonna hear this.
Nah,
now
he
you
looked like the
sitting up
father for
here
sure. He looked like the father.
Grilling him, asking him, does he know how to change a diaper? None of you all are that far out of diapers. You don't have any business sleeping around, not protecting yourself. Now you question him, is he good with kids and he's this? Now all of a sudden you select. When I'm looking at a rainbow colored board that indicates that you
Rainbow.
don't even know how to be selective when it counts.
Ooh.
Now I'm gonna say right now,
Oh, my
nerve
God.
to stand in this courtroom and
That's a
say
lot of
this
nerve.
man could potentially be the father of your child, but you conveniently couldn't even call to tell the young man because
Yeah.
you didn't want him to be the father.
That's crazy.
I know how
That's
it
crazy.
feels to grow up without a father. Like, that's not cool, yo. Like, I understand that
Okay,
because
now
my
we're
dad
going with
wasn't
a
around.
sob story
And then
now.
it's a
Now we're
possibility
going
to
with
have
a
a
sob
son,
story
and
now.
you don't even
Now
call,
we're
like,
going with a sob story
yeah,
now.
whatever, man.
Did you really suggest that was a sob story?
He's not really like this. He's not genuine. He could care less.
Really? How would you know that if you never told him?
Mr. Gaddis, is he compassionate? Is Mr. Gaddis
He's not
compassionate?
even here. So why
No,
are we
but
that's
you
what I
know
was
him, right?
just
Since you
about to
don't know
say.
me, but you know him. So is how about
He's
Mr. Morton?
here.
Is Mr. Morton compassionate? Like, since I'm
No,
just like
all he
the devil,
cares about
you know?
is his video games. That's
You
it.
haven't
Wow.
shown
But is he
It
compassionate? Don't
doesn't
answer the
matter.
question.
It does not matter.
Why should
All
I
you do
redirect
is
my
sit there and
attention?
play
It does
video.
not
You
matter.
brought a
It's
witness,
crazy.
and I want to hear from her.
I did.
Miss Turner, am I correct?
Yes, Your
Please
Honor.
step up.
Shorty, you might as well just check yourself
And
back
please
to the
state
seat.
your name.
Ashley
Please.
Turner.
All right. Now, Miss Turner, you are Miss Prowl's
Neighbor.
And what do you have to add to this?
Well, from my understanding, all three of them being some real deadbeat daddies.
Okay.
It's a percentage that is your child. It's a percentage that it isn't your child. Regardless, until you know, no one should hold it against this child.
But your
What?
point is you don't feel like any of the men truly stepped up. And that would be Mr. Gattis and Mr. Morton because Mr. Lowry didn't know.
if you
Right.
ask me, I have been Ethan's other parent.
Taking me to my doctor's appointment.
I've been to doctor's appointments.
She was also there.
She
don't
wanted
have any
labor
money going, you like,
at
girl,
my
that's
house.
Help me
Who are
with
you
the
even?
babies. No.
I
Bro.
didn't know she had friends.
Well, literally, I was gonna say, I ain't know she had friends the way she be acting because they gotta hold her accountable. But two, you can get a paternity test before the child is even born. So she chose not to do it for a reason.
Miss Turner, thank you for your testimony. You may be seated.
It's crazy.
Miss
Just
Prowl,
sleep
I
down.
want to understand your $475 suit.
I have receipts and some more proof
Jerome,
here.
will you hand those receipts to me, please?
Didn't know you were a bookkeeper.
I keep all my receipts
keep
because
all-
you don't help with nothing. He doesn't buy nothing, Your Honor.
He doesn't know if he's the father.
doesn't go-
How do you want money if we don't know?
Right.
I better hear you take some responsibility yourself
Please,
for
'cause
where
that's
you
what I'm on.
and your baby are today.
Right.
I'm not saying they got it all the way right. All of you silly because you're teenagers. You're young. You have no business even
Teenagers.
having babies.
I ain't gonna lie.
If you
Teenagers, this is like some grown people. This dude don't look a lick of teenage. She don't. She built with a body. And the old dude don't look like teenagers at all.
they protect themselves, guess who is the only one in the equation that can end up pregnant?
I
Don't
can,
worry.
Your Honor.
And when all of them can say they have doubt about whether or not they're the father, who doesn't have doubt about whether they're the mother?
I do, Your Honor.
Exactly, and that's what teen girls don't think about when you're laying around with little boys because you think you cute, up at parties, having a ball, turned up, and now you're turned out by yourself.
Man, sad
Let's
case,
go to
y'all.
the results. These results were prepared by DNA Diagnostics and they read as follows. In the case of Prowl versus Morton, when it comes to 6-week-old Ethan Morton,
Oh no, they look alike.
Mr. Gattis is not the father.
Okay. All of them look alike though. That's the crazy part. That's why I said she got it
In
tight.
the case of Prowl versus Morton, pertaining to whether or not Mr. Morton or Mr. Lowry is the biological father of 6-week-old Ethan Morton, it has been determined by this court the father is Mr. Morton.
Who that? Which one is that? It's him.
Are those tears of joy or just relief?
I do feel remorseful. And can I say a couple of things to these gentlemen?
Yes.
I do apologize for, I'm guessing you did want to know. I do apologize. I do apologize to you for cheating on you. If you
That's
want
a
to
lot
be
of-
here with me and the baby, that's fine.
That's a lot of meat. I ain't gonna lie, chat. That's a difficult situation. Like, that's a lot of different dudes and a lot of different penetrations. Like, at least they probably not together no more. But of course, she's gonna be in a child life. But that'd take a strong person to take, man. And take a lot of therapy, a lot of it.
If not, I totally understand.
Mr. Morton?
Well, I came here knowing that there is a possibility that it could be my child, which is completely fine, if it is mine. But as far as me and Miss Prowl, unless we're talking about little Ethan, we have nothing else to talk about.
Mr. Morton, she has submitted $950 worth of receipts. She's suing for $475, which is half of that amount, and you are legally obligated to pay that to her. Are we clear?
That's very clear, Your Honor.
So the judgment is for the plaintiff for $475. Before I completely let you all go and adjourn this court, I have seen you all act immature to the 10th power in here today. Tit for tat, back and forth,
Right.
sleeping with this one, sleeping with that
Right.
one. You look like kids to me. You could be my kids. And yet now we know you somebody's parents. You parents.
Yes, Your Honor.
We must get it together. Are we clear?
Man.
Yes, Your Honor.
Court is adjourned.
She is right. You can't go tit for tat because one wrong and another wrong is not going to
don't
get
right.
you anywhere.
It's
You're
facts.
not going to get on the right path.
I'll be more than happy to, accept my responsibility as a father, As far as me and Michelle, given the events and all the things that I've seen today in court, I can't be with her.
I'm positive he could, man. Y'all let me know how y'all would feel about that. It is a difficult situation because at the end of the day, the person that's going to be the most affected by this is the child. You know what I'm saying? The child is going to be the one that's really getting the brunt of what happened throughout their relationship. And it's sad to say, I hate when children has to be put in between situations like this because people can't come to a resolution as far as what can be healthy for a dynamic so the child can grow up in a better environment than they grew up in possibly when they were children. I know that's something that I share as just dreams of mine. I want to make sure that, when I raise a child, that it's a healthy environment. They at least get the opportunity to grow up with two parents in a household and have an amazing, loving family that cherish them, But y'all let me know y'all thoughts and impressions on this down below. I know everybody's situation is different. I know a lot of people dynamic is different, dreams are different, but I feel like whatever can work for them can work for them. Each his own, But y'all let me know how y'all would have felt if y'all would have been this guy, men and women. How would you have feel if it came down to it, Let me know. Make sure if you all enjoyed this reaction video, you smash the like button, comment, subscribe for your boy. Let's get it, let's go.